Let me start my introduction. Hi, everyone. My name's Haley with Maydwell Yoga. I am subbing for the wonderful Kelsey today. This will be a 45-minute chair sculpt / chair vinyasa. I do have a couple of light weights for myself. If you want to grab some weights for yourself, they are completely optional. We're going to be seated for the entirety of our chair yoga class this afternoon. So make yourself comfortable. It would probably be preferred if you grabbed a chair that does not have the arm rests, because we are going to be using our arms a lot for this practice. So I invite you to go ahead and sit comfortably in your chair, both feet flat on the floor. Go ahead and lean back and just get nice and comfortable. Rest your hands lightly on tops of your thighs. And just close your eyes here. We'll start out our class by just grounding ourselves, arriving to the present moment. And we can start doing that by bringing our awareness to the feet on the floor. As you inhale, notice where the breath goes, whether you're breathing down into the belly, into the chest, maybe up into the shoulders. On your next exhale, can you relax your shoulders down, soften the jaw? Then pause. And an open mouth sigh, let it go. Another slow, steady breath in. Open mouth exhale, releasing what no longer serves you. Again, steady inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then find your natural rhythm of breath in and out through your nose. Chronic breath, you're more than welcome. At this chair practice, it will be challenging at some points, but it'll also be relaxing, maybe reinvigorating, a nice way to end the day or start the day whenever you're joining us. To the tips of the toes, just noticing the big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. We'll take that awareness as we travel over the arches of the feet into the heels, up the backs of the legs, over the shins, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, traveling up one vertebrae after another, circling the rib cage, Coming up into the shoulders, traveling down the biceps to the elbows, through the forearms, into the palms, and to the tip of each finger, your thumb, your pointer finger, third finger, fourth finger, and pinky. Over the back of the head till we reach the crown. And we'll come over the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, over the lips, into the jaw, just softening here, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Your entire being from head to toe, taking up this space. Long exhale out. Gently drop your right ear to your right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed here. I just want you to let the head hang heavy as you soften the left shoulder down. Side of the neck. And as you exhale, the head gets heavier, your right ear gets closer to the shoulder. Yes, drop the head, relax both of your shoulders, and feel that really nice pull at the back of the neck here. Try to keep your jaw soft. Slowly roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Same thing on this side. Let the head just hang heavy here. Right shoulder softens down. Feel that pull. Working through the fascia. Inhale deeply. On your exhale, you're gently going to rock your head back. Try to let the head be heavy here. Try not to hold anything. You kind of have to force yourself into surrender. The throat is opening. The heart is opening. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but breathe through it. Exhale, right shoulder. And we're just going to keep going here, drawing circles with the crown of the head, moving really slow. As you rock the head back, you don't have to drop it all the way back this time, but gently roll it back and over, taking these counterclockwise circles. Go ahead and reverse the circles, taking it the opposite way. And we'll find ourselves at neutral here. On your next breath in, we're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears. You're going to hold and squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders to ears, hold and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. One more. Inhale, shoulders to ears, hold it here. And exhale, let's slide those shoulders all the way down. Slowly flutter your eyes open if they're not already. You're going to lean forward a bit from the back of your chair just to give yourself a little bit of space. You might scoot that fleshy part out from underneath you. We're going to take the hands to the knees for some cat-cows. So inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Draw the chest forward between the biceps. Exhale, tuck and round. Press the palms into the tops of the legs, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, lift the gaze, chest forward. Exhale, round the back, really squeeze the chin to the chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Take 3 more rounds of your cat-cow to your breath. Feel free to close your eyes as you go on this journey. Maybe take some organic movement through the rib cage, whatever that feels like for you. That might be barrel rolling the ribs one way and then the other. Just give yourself some permission to move freely here. Give you a couple more breaths. One more breath. And we will meet in neutral. All right, moving forward, we're going to take a nice spinal twist here. So I want you to take your left hand, you're going to place it on the outside of your right knee. Your right hand is going to reach back and grab the back of the chair for some leverage. I want you to gaze over your right shoulder. Both of your sit bones are pressing firm into the chair. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, begin to twist, gaze over the back of the chair now. Try to make this a gentle twist. And as you work with your breath, with every inhale, you lengthen a bit taller, you grow tall. As you exhale, maybe you twist just a tad deeper. Couple more breaths. Last breath. On your exhale, slowly unwind, come through center, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So right hand on the outside of your left knee. Left hand reaches for the back side of the chair, gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, press sit bones down, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, find your twist. Keep your navel drawing in towards your spine. Soften your shoulders. Inhales to create length. Exhales take you deeper. 2 more breaths. Last breath. On your exhale, slowly unwind and come through center. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of breath movement with our breath. So they're kind of like a seated variation of our sun A's, but with our arms. So I just want you to drop your arms down by your sides. Palms are shining forward. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky, maybe lift your gaze. And as you exhale, I want you to cactus your arms down, find a mini back bend here. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arms by your sides. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to do that again. I am going to give you the option this time around if you'd like, if you have those weights, to grab them. Just add a little bit of weight to the arms now. So we're going to bring the arms back by the sides. I still want you to have your palms facing forward, just like this. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms down. We are not doing a back bend on this one. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, slow and control. We lower all the way down. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Keep your core engaged, navel hugs in. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slow lower. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slow lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to rise. And exhale to slowly lower. You can release those weights, shake out your arms a couple times just to let that go. From here, we're going to do some crunches. So I want you to bring your legs out. So your feet are 45 degrees and your knees are kind of at an angle with the corners of your chair. So if you'd like, you have the option to pick up these weights again for where we're going. Otherwise, just leave the weights off to the side. So if you have your weights, I want you to rest them maybe on your shoulders, just like this. That's probably the best way to do this. So I want you to also bring some awareness to your belly. Notice if your belly is kind of like splaying out. I want you to suck the navel in towards the spine. So we're pulling those lowest ribs down towards the hips. We're still sitting nice and tall, sit bones pressing into the chair. All right, we're gonna do some oblique workout here. So I want you to inhale first, lengthen. As you exhale, I just want you to lean over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Your core is squeezing in the entire time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. We're going to do 6 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale for 5. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left for 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, center. Exhale, crunch. Last round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale through center. Go ahead and release your weights. Drop them wherever is most convenient for you. And we're just going to reach down, hands to the floor, and take a nice forward fold here. We're going to release the low back. So press the hands into the floor. If you have a block, you can place 2 blocks underneath your hands, lift the floor up to you. You can even grab either elbow and just hang out in this chair version of ragdoll pose. Let the head hang nice and heavy. If this feels like a lot, another option is to bring the elbows on tops of your thighs and then let the head hang heavy from here. Maybe you close your eyes. You can find a gentle sway side to side if that feels good. Maybe nod the head yes, shake it no. Just find some stillness. If your hands aren't already there, press them into the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, rise all the way. Slowly roll yourself on up. Okay, let's see. I had that down for our upper body. We are going to move into lower body, but before we do that, actually, I'm going to do some rows with our upper body first. So go ahead and grab onto your weights again before we pivot to our low body. We're going to do rows. Weights are optional again. So for rows, you're going to bring your hands out in front of you like you're going to punch somebody. Hopefully, we're not punching anybody. Maybe we're punching a wall or something. Maybe not that. So we're going to bring our hands out in front of us and we're going to do some rows. So as you inhale, you're going to pull the weights into your shoulders. And as you exhale, you're going to press forward. And I want you to imagine you're really pulling on like a rope or something heavy. So inhale, pull, shine the chest forward. Exhale, push as hard as you can. Inhale to pull. Exhale, push. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. We're going to do 6 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Release the arms by your sides. You can swing them out. Just kind of letting that go. All right, we're just going to do 1 more round of rows and then we're going to pivot. You have the option to take out the weights if you need to. When you're ready, lift your arms out in front of you. Last round, 10 times. Inhale, punch forward. Exhale to pull. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. 6 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Go ahead and drop those weights out to the side. Shake out your arms. Let it go. Let's loosen up these arms a little bit. Let's take our eagle wrap. So right arm is going to wrap underneath the left. We can press the palms together. Maybe you grab for either shoulder. And I want you to just lean back in your chair here. Let the arms relax down, maybe chin to chest. We're going to take a few breaths on this side. Last breath. On your exhale, unravel the arms and cross the opposite arm under, pressing the palms or grabbing for either elbow. Release the arms to your belly, chin to chest. Few breaths here. Last breath. And on your exhale, slowly unravel, unwind. All right. Now moving on to our low body. Scoot yourself forward just a bit, give yourself a little room. We're going to take a figure 4. So plant the left foot directly under your left knee. We're going to take the right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. You want to find flexion through your right ankle. So instead of kind of just letting your foot hang out, we want that right ankle active to help protect the right kneecap. We're sitting nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed, sides of the neck are soft. From here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge just at the hip and fold over the right leg. Gaze goes down towards your ground, towards the floor. I was about to say the mat. Gaze goes to the floor. Maybe you are on a yoga mat. But I want you to notice if you're rounding through your back. We want to try to keep the length through your spine. So we're actively drawing the chest forward and through. That might require you to take a little bit of hinge out of your figure four. But we should be feeling some activation through that right, outer right glute, maybe even in the low back. This is a really great stretch if you have low back tightness, low back pain, or if you sit a lot during the day with a desk job. This is an awesome pose for all of that. All right, we're going to move with the breath. So inhale, rise. We're going to stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, fold, chest down to the leg. Inhale, rise, shoulders over hips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly rise on the inhale. Release the right foot down. And we're going to take the left leg now. So right heel directly under right knee. Swing your left ankle over the right leg. Again, finding the flexion in the foot here. Sit nice and tall, broaden through your collarbones. Take a breath in. And exhale, hinge forward. Smoothing out your breath. Allowing your exhales to be longer than your inhales. Moving with the breath, take an inhale, rise, shoulders over hips. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise. Release the left foot down. We're going to get into our hip flexors now. I'm going to move over my blocks. All right, so give yourself enough room on the chair. So about half of your thigh is on the chair, half of your thigh is off of the chair. We're going to bring our feet out again. So your legs are more in line with the legs of your chair. You can bring your hands to hips if you want. You can have your hands at heart, or you can grab the bottom of your chair, whatever feels better for you. So we're going to do some leg lifts. We're going to start with the right leg first. So I want you to inhale, lift the right leg. And I actually want you to bring it towards center a little bit more first. So the leg is lifted. And I, again, want you to bring your focus to your belly, your core. Draw your navel in. When the core is engaged, it helps us find more lift in this leg. Notice if you're leaning back, that might mean you need to lower the leg a little bit more as we build strength in the hip flexors here. So we're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring that leg out and set it down. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring it through center and set it down. Your core is engaged the entire time. All right, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it out and set it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale through center, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale out and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center and lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale through center, lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center, and lower. Go ahead and stop that foot out if you need to, just kind of moving the energy through the leg. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So lift your left leg up. We, again, want flexion through this left foot here, so it's not just hanging out loose. Find flexion through your left ankle. Core draws in. Low ribs are hugging down. Take a breath. Exhale, left foot comes out. Set it down on the exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, center and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center and lower. Inhale. Exhale, out, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center, lower. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale, out, down. Inhale. Exhale, center, lower for 4. Inhale. Exhale, out and down. Inhale. Exhale, center, lower. Last 3. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, center, lower for 2. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Last round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, center and lower. Go ahead and stomp out your feet. Let that go. All right. Staying at the edge of your chair, keep the left foot on the floor. We're going to kickstand that right foot out. So the right heel, if I can scoot back a bit, you can see me better. You're going to kickstand the right foot out so the right heel is on the floor just like this. So right leg is nice and straight. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, reach down, maybe grab the shin or the toes. Maybe the hands come all the way to the floor. You can round through the back here, maybe just let the head hang heavy. Notice any places where you can soften. Take an inhale breath. And exhale. Slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae after another. And we're just going to swap out the feet. So right foot plants into the earth. Kickstand your left heel out and onto the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. And exhale, forward fold, reach for the toes, ankle, shin, maybe fingertips to floor. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Slowly roll yourself all the way back up. Plant both of your feet onto the floor and just lift your heels. Lift one heel after the other. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of standing. I am going to give you the option to stay seated in the chair if you would prefer. So we're going to do some goddess squats. Last little push of class tonight. So if you would like to stay seated in the chair, you're coming to the very edge of your chair. It feels like your sit bones are on the very edge. We're going to bring the legs out nice and wide, just like this. So we're doing goddess squats. I'm just demonstrating to start. So if we're seated, I want you to bring your hands to heart and I want you to squeeze your glutes nice and tight here. Now, as we lower down, I want you to hinge forward. You're keeping length in your spine and your chest is reaching forward. When we come to stand, you're simply going to rise, shoulders over hips, just like this. So again, as we dip down, you're hinging forward. And as we rise to stand, you are lifting just like this, okay? Now, for those of us that prefer to stand, I invite you to go ahead and come up from your chair. Again, your feet are gonna be out nice and wide, just like this. And I want you to go ahead and bend both of your knees. Now, the nice thing about chair yoga is we can bring the chair out in front of us, just like this, for some more support. Legs come out nice and wide, and we take a bend in the knee. So this is just an option if you just need a little bit of additional support with balance here. Okay, so we're bent down into our goddess squat. Our glutes are engaged and we're pushing those knees back behind us to really open up through the hips here. Sink a little bit lower. On an inhale, we're going to straighten both legs, rise, squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward. Exhale, slowly lower down into your goddess squat. Moving with the breath. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, slowly lower down. We're going to do 8 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, slow to lower. 7, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. Keep the heart lifted. 6, inhale. Exhale. 5, inhale. Exhale. 4, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale. Exhale. Last 2, inhale. Exhale. Last 1, inhale. Exhale, lower, hold it here for 5, maybe pulse up and down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise all the way up, maybe shake out the knees, wiggle out the hips a little bit. Whew. All right, we're going to come back to seated in our chair if we're not there already. Just go ahead and find a comfy seat, lean back into the chair, both of your feet soften onto the floor. We're just going to cool it down a little bit here, kind of like how we started class. We're just going to take the right ear to the right shoulder once more. You might take your right hand, place it on your left ear. Give yourself a gentle pull. And then we'll take the opposite side. Left ear, left shoulder. Left hand reaches over for the right ear. It's a gentle pull down. And then gently release that. We're going to take our hands, interlace the fingers behind the nape of the neck. I want you to fold your elbows in and drop your chin to your chest. We're gently pulling on the back of the head here. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Slowly release your hands from the back of your head. We're going to place our hands gently on tops of our thighs. Walk the shoulder blades down your back behind you. Soften your shoulders down. Getting nice and heavy in your chair here. Go ahead and close your eyes as we begin to set up for these final few moments together in our Shavasana, our chair version of our Shavasana. So just let your arms be heavy by your sides. I want you to soften your jaw, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Soften the eyelids. Relax your fingers and your toes. Just like we did at the start of our class today, we're going to take a few collective breaths and a full body scan to close out. So, bringing your awareness to your breath, take a full deep inhale in through the nose, fill up the belly, feel the expansion through the rib cage, hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, release. Slow, steady inhale. Taking in just a little bit more air this time. Hold it at the top. And release, let it go. One more deep breath in. Hold it. And an open mouth exhale, let it go. And find your natural rhythm of breath once more, in and out through your nose. Bringing the awareness to the crown of your head. Maybe envisioning a red string attached to the crown of your head, gently pulling your spine nice and long. And we'll take that journey over the forehead, across the bridge of the nose, over the lips, down the front of the neck into the collarbones, through the shoulders, down the biceps, into the elbows, through the forearms, into the palms, into each and every finger, your thumb, your pointer finger, second finger, third, fourth, and pinky. Coming back to the top of your spine, we'll slowly climb all the way down one vertebrae after another. And from the hips, we'll travel down the thighs to the knees, sliding down the shins into the heels, crossing over the arches of the feet, into the toes, your big toe, your second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. Now bring your awareness to your heart. Just noticing its slow and steady beat. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your belly with every breath in and every breath out. And just take a moment of complete stillness, complete silence, allowing all the benefits you've cultivated in the last 45 minutes to just begin to settle back into the body. Yogis, take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Drop your arms down by your sides. Inhale, slow sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Press your palms at the top of your inhale. Exhale your hands down through your heart center. Thank you so much for showing up for your chair yoga practice this evening. But more importantly, thank yourself for showing up, carving some time out of your evening or morning whenever you are joining us for this chair yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you again. Namaste.